Thanks for joining us today on HXGN TV. I'm your host, Neville Judd, and today we're discussing the operational rewards of a tactical approach to short-term planning. Joining me is Technical Services Specialist Javier Castaneda, who's helped many customers with this kind of approach. Javier, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Nev.
My pleasure. So Javier, before we talk about solutions, sum up for me some of the complexities involved in short-term planning.
Right. So short-term planning at a mine is very dynamic. Things are changing from one day to the next. And so the challenges for the engineer is that he has to coordinate with several other departments to make sure that everything's aligned, to hit the targets for the short-term plan. Right. So that makes it very complex, and it makes it hard to be able to model all of those different variables that you have, like planned or unplanned maintenance.
Right. So Hexagon Mining's mine planning software has been solving a lot of these problems for many years in many different mines. What do you think their particular strengths are that allow them to do that?
I think the biggest one is integration. And it goes, very well, with Hexagon Mining's vision of a digital mine. So what happens is that, instead of having to go through different plugins within our software, we integrate all the tactical details that you might need for short-range planning, so that you can have, the entire vision right in front of you, so that you can make the appropriate decision according to the business objectives of the mine.
Right. So, a tactical approach to short-term planning. Tell me about some of the ways, and either anecdotally or statistically, how you've helped clients tackle these kind of problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the biggest ones that we've seen from our clients and how we're helping them, it's as you integrate the entire process, we minimize all they have to do through post-processing. So a lot of the macros that they have to bring back and forth just to bring all those tactical details, all the several different interactions as they're trying to align, the plans between like the drilling, the blasting, and the services departments for operations with the short-range planning. All of that, what we've done is we've integrated so that the clients are more efficient. They can get the big picture of the short-range plan, and just overall make their lives easier. We had a client who, was working with 70 hours per week, just because there was so much he had to do, so much post-processing, and now they're just working 40 hours a week. So now that you freed up that time, now you have more time to really look at different scenarios and try to improve operations even further. And also the other one is improve reconciliation. You want to do what you said you were going to do. So, by being able to put all those details in there, they've been able to minimize the variance between the plan and the actuals.
What sort of feedback then do you get from customers when you've helped them like that?
Like I said, the biggest one for them is the workflow. But also what they see is that, improves in operations come later. Because as you have that, all of that information, right in front of you, all that integrated information, then they are able to create more robust, schedules that are operational and include, several different variables that can be dynamically changed as things are happening at the mine. So, just improving efficiency overall.
Right. So Hexagon Mining has this vision of a life of mine solution. Where does short-term planning fit into that vision, do you think?
It fits very well into that vision because it's really close to where the rubber hits the road. After short-range planning, you just have to do ore control, and which is where everything happens. So, short-range planning plays a crucial role because that's where everything has to be aligned so that we hit our targets. And so, with short-range planning, as we're looking to integrate with our different technologies available in the vertical, like fleet management systems, for underground and for open pit, with radar monitoring, with like a geomoss, monitoring as well. Short-range planning can be a way to connect all of those technologies and make sure that you get to that digital mine that we're looking for.
Okay. So there are a lot of technology vendors out there, and a lot of them offer short-term planning solutions. Mm-hmm. What do you think makes Hexagon Mining different?
What makes Hexagon Mining different and I said this previously, is first of all the integration, right? Between our different product suites. You don't have to go to a different plugin, that modifies your schedule, and then you bring it back and you get different results. And it's kind of like a broken approach. It's split into silos, even though they can, in theory, do something very similar. But also, because we have access to so much different technology within Hexagon, what we are able to do and what we're going to be doing is, integrating into this digital mine. So that will be, a really big differentiator, once we start capitalizing on those. And we currently have some examples, but as we continue to move forward, it'll be really good for the industry.
You've alluded to the answer in your previous answers, but sum up for me where you see the future of Hexagon Mining short-term planning tools. How will they evolve?
Right. For short-range planning, what I think it's where it's going is more into connecting to operations. Right. So, for example, one of the clients is already connecting to an ERP system where they print the job cards, and you lose that ambiguity, right, between short-range plan and management. So what happens is that, now we're actually seeing, clients take advantage of that technology. And so as we move into the future, we will see more of that integration with fleet management systems and the live reconciliation. So as things are happening live, on site, you will be able to feed off of that and get those results back into your schedule to start making decisions, real time as they're happening. And I think that's where this is all going in the future.
Exciting times ahead. Javier, thanks for joining us.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers. We'd like to thank our guest, Javier Castaneda, for joining us today. To find out more about Hexagon Mining short-term planning tools, visit hexagonmining.com. And to watch additional episodes of HXGN TV, visit hxgntv.com. Thanks for watching.